oops, so we did the dollar Swiss. So the next one we want to look at now is going to be the yen, and that will be the beginning of the yen pairs. So the dollar yen, if you look at the dollar yen from last week was very clear. We had a buy signal above a structure point, which is the 79.53. It was our structure long point, and it was our stop on the long side. On the short side, we're going short below 79. It is our structure short point, and it is our stop. Right now, we're trading at 78.75. So technically, you're above about 25 pips on that trade, but the reality is we were up about several hundred pips on that trade when it actually came through, because this was the 79.53 our short entry, and look at the capitulation. It took you down to the 79, which is the second structure, and it all the way down it went below the 78, and that's exactly we did what the same thing with the other pair. You go short. When it goes below the structure, you move your short stop above the structure. So now you protect that profit. It comes down to the next structure, which is the 78. Then you move your stop to the 78.20. And now the moment it gets above the 78.20, this is where you close the trade, and therefore you took your gains from 79.53 till 78.20. And this here now is the short covering that's been happening in the last couple of days. So as you can see that today's high is 78. If you look at here the high, you can see that today's high is 78.97, which is again the 79. I mean 78.97, 79 is pretty much one and the same. And now we're trading at 78.74. So this makes our buying point easy. We will buy it above the 79. The 79 is our selling point, and now it will be our buying point. So our buying point is going to be any trade above the 79. And this is like this is how I'm going to change my plan. I'm going to change the color to green instead of red. So now looking at this chart, I know that now my buying point is, because the line is green, is 79. Because if I see a green line, this means I'm going to buy above that green line. So my buying is above 79. It is also my structure. It is a minor structure, so we can use the 79.53 as my structure long point. On the short side, my structure short is the 78.20. That is obvious. And we can see all what we need now is a short entry. So if I look at the intraday chart, this would seem to be the most logical short entry below the 78. So below the 78.46, this is going to be my short entry, and my stop is going to be above the 78.80. So for the dollar yen, my long entry is going to be above the 79. My structure long point is the 79.53, and my stop is going to be 78. I'm going to put it right there at 78.70. On the short side, I'm going to go short below 78.40. and if I do, my stop is going to be 78. Since I put the stop here 78.70, I'm going to use the same 78.70 so that there is no confusion. And my structure short point to the downside is the 78.20. So for the dollar yen, I'm buying above, what am I doing? Sorry, I'm buying above 79. And if I do, I have a structure long point at 79. I confused my 79.53. So I'm buying above 79. I'm buying above 79. My structure long point is 79.53, and my stop is going to be 79.70. On the short, I'm going to go short below 78.40, and if I do, I have a structure point at 78.20, and in this case my stop is also going to be the 78.70. all right, so that is the dollar yen. So let's save that.